Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing on this fine, whatever the day of the week it is today? I wanted to drop in really quick and talk a little bit about the Jamie Spears news. Now, today is Tuesday. This was going viral yesterday on Twitter. That was literally trending, Jamie Spears. And basically, it looks like, according to TMZ, Jamie is going to try and make Britney sit for a deposition. He has gone so far as to file in the appeals court for Britney to be forced to sit for a deposition. So basically, Judge Penny ruled that Britney doesn't have to sit for a deposition, but Jamie does have to sit for a deposition. And Jamie and his team, along with Sloppy, are very upset about it. So the first thing I did as soon as I found out about this was I went straight to the Court of Appeals website, and I'm showing y'all right here on the screen how you can do the same thing if you would like to look the case up yourself. Los Angeles Superior Court is in the 2nd District, so just make sure you click on that option and scroll all the way down to the bottom of this screen and click the search case button. Now I'm going to put the number of the case in there. It is the letter B 323068. That's the number of the case. But if you forget, you can also search by party. So see where it says last name, organization, you can go down there and type in Spears. And in the first name, you can type James. Maybe if you type Jamie, it would work as well, but I would just do James because that's what I did. But y'all can try it. Let me know how it goes. So we're going to search it by the case number. And after we read a little bit of this TMZ article, we're going to come back here and do a little bit of investigating. So here's the article. Britney's dad fires back, wants her to sit for a deposition. And what's it say? Make her sit for a deposition, 3 exclamation points. All right, so this is the first article that I saw about it, and I think they did break the story over there at Fake News TMZ. So let's see what they have to say in this article that was published yesterday at the time of the recording of this. Jamie Spears says the judge got it wrong. Britney should have to sit for a deposition in answer to all of the allegations she made about him and her time in the conservatorship. According to legal docs filed in the California Court of Appeals and obtained by TMZ, Jamie says it's unfair the court ruled he had to sit for a deposition while Britney can get away without having to sit for one. The documents state the right to take a deposition can rarely be denied in California. Discovery is a matter of right. So then it goes on to say Jamie's legal team also argues that Britney and Matt Rosengart did not establish good cause to justify prohibiting Britney's deposition, especially given the fact that she made countless claims against Jamie for wrongdoing. Jamie says if the court had an issue with Britney's deposition, then it could have limited the topics or the questions covered, but instead it just shut her deposition down altogether. Jamie's legal team, including Sloppy, says the one-sidedness of the trial judge's ruling violates basic fairness and that if one party has to sit, the other party should have to sit for a deposition as well. Then we'll go on. I think the article continues. It says the trial judge, that's Brenda Penny, ruled whatever Jamie wanted from Britney could be obtained through writing. His legal team clearly feels that could apply to him as well, and now they're gunning for equal treatment. If he sits for a deposition, then Britney should have to as well. That's Jamie and Sloppy's argument. So let's head on back over to the appellate court case information for this case at the California Court of Appeal website. And this is what it looks like on that landing page. I'm just kind of reminding y'all like how we got here. I clicked that search case information button and then put in the number, and this is how we got here. So as you can see, there's all these different little categories up there. First, I would usually click docket, but I'm just giving y'all, see up there, case summary, docket, briefs, scheduled actions, disposition, parties and attorneys, trial court. So if TMZ was able to get the court documents, I'm assuming we should be able to get them as well. So I just came into this website to kind of poke around, and I wanted to show y'all a little bit how you would do it. So the name of the case is Spears versus Superior Court of Los Angeles County. It was filed on September 9th, 2022. That was 2 days ago as of the recording of this video. And they include her trial court case number, which is BP 108870. So let's just remind ourselves with this TMZ article. It says, according to legal docs filed in the California Court of Appeals, obtained by TMZ, So I was assuming they just like went over to the Court of Appeal website and got these documents, right? So that's what I did. That's what I always do. And I came here and I'm like, all right, let's see how I can click around and try and get these, documents. So usually, like I said, I would go to docket. This is the case summary right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the docket. And as you can see, this is what we see that shows up. There's some documents filed on September 9th, some more documents filed yesterday. You can see at the bottom there, you can click to request automatic email notifications about the case, which of course I did, and you can do the same. It's all publicly available. So this is really, this is all we see. And usually like you can click around and there's a hyperlink so that you can go and find the documents somewhere, even, if you have to buy them or something. But all we can see is just the descriptions of the documents. So mandate means a mandate or prohibition. I think what they probably are doing is trying to mandate a deposition. And these second two things we probably wouldn't be able to see anyway. Because see this one, public redacted materials from conditional sealed records. And then volume 7 is sealed exhibits. But it still perplexes me how TMZ was able to get these documents and I haven't been able to find out how to do it, but maybe there's like a hidden hack way to do it somewhere on the website. I will definitely keep looking, but it kind of seems more to me like somebody might have leaked these documents to TMZ. Who that could have been, I really have no idea. But this is pretty much all we have as far as the information of what is going on in this case. So I'll just click on all of these different little links just to show y'all briefs. There's no briefs. Of course, there hasn't really been any briefs filed. The scheduled actions, nothing there. Disposition kind of talks about how the case was decided. So I wouldn't expect to see anything in the disposition section. Let's look at the parties and attorneys though. Here we have Jamie with another brand new lawyer called Cameron Fraser at Horvitz and Levy, LLP in Burbank, California. His colleague, Jeremy Brooks Rosen. And then, of course, we have Alex Weingarten and James Bakewell, who both work at the law firm of Wilkie, Farr, and Gallagher in the Los Angeles office. We have the Los Angeles Superior Court being represented by a man named Frederick Bennett. And Britney Spears has her same legal team that we are used to seeing, except this Matthew Ryan Gershman person. But if you look down here, Lisa McCurdy seems to no longer be working at Greenberg Traurig, which I think she was before. So maybe that's who this Matthew Gershman person is. He's the person that's stepping in to take the second chair at Greenberg Traurig, but Lisa maybe wanted to stay on at her new firm. Then we have Kyle Freeney from Greenberg, who we know. Shireen Abadi is not represented by anyone, it seems, but her employer, or the place she works at, Kroll Associates, seems to just be using the same legal team as Britney's legal team. It's Matthew Rosengart, this Gershman guy, Lisa McCurdy. So there is a new lawyer on Britney's case as far as from what I've seen. Maybe he's been there this whole time and I'm just seeing him now. Brenda doesn't look like she's being represented by anybody, but if she were, it would probably be this Frederick Bennett person who's also representing the Superior Court, but maybe it wouldn't be. So if somebody knows more about, rules of procedure, let me know. Well, now let's get on to Robin, who we know is being represented by David Shepper at Winston and Strawn. Winston and Strawn is my old law firm that I used to work at. Winston and Strawn was my first lawyer job. Now, we have talked about Robin being represented by Winston before, but there's another thing at the bottom of this page I want to show y'all that it does seem to be like new news to me. The other people representing her are Catherine Blanca Farkas from Shepper, Kim and Harris LLP, which I find interesting that she works at a law firm that has the same last name as the last name of the guy who works at Winston that is representing Robin, but Shepper is a very common last name, so who knows. Then there's the usual suspects we've already seen, the usual characters, I should say. Eric Adler from McGee and Adler. I think Eric Adler used to work at Gibson and Dunn, but he no longer does, but I would have to fact check on that. We have Scott Edelman and Diana Feinstein at Gibson and Dunn, which is the place I think Eric Adler used to work at. I would have to double check and see. But Winston and Strawn, Gibson and Dunn, Gibson, Dunn, those law firms are pretty much peer law firms. They are both very big, very successful international law firms that do litigation and business. So this is what I want y'all to look at: TriStar Sports and Entertainment. So we knew that the Winston and Strawn guy was going to be representing Robin. We've already talked about that on this channel. But what I find very interesting is now they're also representing TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group. It's interesting to me, though, because whenever Lou Taylor tried to hire Winston and Strawn while I was working there, she did not try to hire David C. Shepard, to my knowledge. She tried to hire a man named Stephen T. Kong. But I just wanted to point out that, Lou Taylor has now also officially hired my old law firm. So whatever, and it was told to me that, okay, fine, you can make videos about Lou Taylor, you can make videos about TriStar, but just could you not make videos about the $600 million and Lou's connection to Stonebridge? And I was like, no, I'm definitely going to be talking about that. So here I am still talking about it. Make sure that your notifications are turned on and you're subscribed and all that, because if I find these documents, I'm going to be definitely reading them, going over them, and I certainly will be following this case as it moves along. So make sure you are all up to date and notified, etc. That'll be all for today. I wanted to make this very short just to give you all the brief update until we actually get these documents. Facts ain't defamation. Love you, mean it. Okay, bye.